The unions and especially our textile industry won't like it, but they've heard it before. The message this time comes from an economist the Prime Minister calls a great Australian. Professor Ross Garnaut is a former Hawke advisor and one-time ambassador to China. He says for the sake of our economic coexistence with Northeast Asia, industry protection must be abolished in the next decade.
The solution to Australia's returning to growth is strong exports, strong specialisation in exports from our most productive industries.
Professor Garnaut's report was commissioned by the Prime Minister, who wanted guidance on our long-term strategy with Japan, China, Korea, Taiwan and Hong Kong. Mr Hawke is saving a detailed response for an address in Sydney tonight, but he says he's sympathetic with the findings.
I am one who believes in liberalised trade, domestically and internationally.
So how do we reap this bonanza? Not easily. For the Garnaut strategy calls for reforms in almost every area of our national life. A liberal and non-discriminatory approach to foreign investment with clear environmental guidelines set out in advance for all to see. A big boost in the teaching of Asian languages and cultures in our schools and universities, and a new push on microeconomic reform to make our transport and communications systems more efficient. Mind you, the Prime Minister believes the government's already got many runs on the board in micro-reform and the push for free trade, as he made clear in a speech to the Farmers' Federation today.
Of course, the previous government preached free trade too, but the world was less than impressed by that posturing because it was not supported by any liberalisation of Australia's own protectionist practices. You can't be a global free trader and a domestic protectionist. You get called a hypocrite.